Bates.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, my prayers and condolences go to all the families involved in the bomb attack and the Grenfell fire. I would like to thank Councillors Gloucester and Hudson for this motion, but it doesn't go far enough, in my opinion. I believe this motion is an attempt to encourage our communities in Oldham to stand together in order to promote unity, and I support that. Mr. Mayor, however, this incident taken place on the 22nd of May was one of the worst atrocities ever seen in the UK on UK soil. Has been absolutely devastating to us all. 22 people lost their lives, Mr. Mayor. In speaking to this motion, it states on the first line, the bomb went off at 10:31. Nothing about the rescue services not turning out immediately, and I stress immediately, after 10:31. Because, Mr. Mayor, they did not. And it is public knowledge they didn't. And the majority of the public have a right to know, and the reason why. Mr. Mayor, this motion is controversial also, in my opinion, because police investigations are still taking place if he was a loner or not. It also states the majority of the first responders, the public, had never faced an incident of such mass violence. That is correct. The rescue services are trained for such, Mr. Mayor. This outrageous decision not to send in our highly trained rescue services immediately nearly caused a rebellion amongst frontline rescue staff.
1 minute,
and the decision is subject to a review. And one of our members in this chamber is on the review, along with other serious matters.
Councillor Bates, hold on 1 minute.
Mr. Mayor, I'm just trying to be helpful. If one wants to bring that up later on, that's fine, but not in part of this motion here. He can bring it up when he gets to the fire authority minutes if he wants to do that then, but certainly not with this bit.
He can't do, he has to bring it up here. Carry on, Mr. Bates.
Thank you very much. This outrageous decision not to send in our highly trained rescue services that Stephen has drawn to our attention, and this massive email of the technology they have. They were not called in immediately. This nearly caused a rebellion amongst the frontline staff, and the decision is subject to a review, which Councillor Stretton has said, and I believe Councillor Stretton will be on that view, and I'm very pleased, along with other very serious matters which will be raised. The motion also states that many of the casualties were treated at our Royal Oldham Hospital. Correct. What is more controversial again, in my opinion, you have asked the chief of the council to thank all other chiefs. We should be thanking frontline staff who were on duty that night, the Indians, not all the chiefs. We should note this motion and decide what we're going to do tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Can we go straight to the vote of reply?
Mr. Mayor, I'm really sorry, really sorry about this. I don't often do this. I've just got to say this. The question Warren's just made, Mr. Mayor, he's already had an answer to that.
What? Can I reply? What was that?
No. Councillor Bates, no. Can you sit down, please? Councillor Bates,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
we're running out of time. Can we move on to the right of reply to Councillor Gloucester, please?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I think that's the thing. This was such a controversial motion, and it's not a controversial motion. It's quite simple. Number one is we're condemning what happened. Number two is we're thanking the people that basically did what they did afterwards. Just in relation to the language of it, please don't think that I'm that daft that I wouldn't have this looked at before to see if the language is appropriate. And the people that looked at it were quite happy that the language in relation to how it was worded and how it was explained was quite appropriate. Thank you, the majority, for your positive comments. Just in relation to something Councillor Bates said, in relation to acting alone. If I could actually read in there somewhere where it says acting alone, then I'd agree with him, but it doesn't, so I don't. Thank you.
Could I move to the vote? All those in favour? That's unanimous. The motion is carried.